and to say, hey, let's lose long off, let's bring the offside sweeper up, and knows that she's going to get from her opening bowler.
Speaking of the skipper, Jess Watkin to bowl the second over. She bowled well again this year. Jess Watkin, 101st match today. It's a handy average. Best of 4 for 22. She is not to be trifled with. She's the kind of bowler who gets the big wicket, makes a breakthrough, will bring herself on at appropriate times during an innings, bowls a couple usually up front, and then picks and chooses when she returns. On the reverse, just short. Oh, Nancy Patel's been hit, and I don't know if this is a continuation of what we saw down in Dunedin, where she was whacked in the shin by one, and it does look like the same leg, and that's clocked her again right where she was sore last time.
Oh, that looks like a little knee. It's actually struck pretty well. Not quite carrying, and yeah, just copped the outside of the knee. That is not a fun place to get hit. I'll give you the hot tip.
Oh, it might actually be the other one this time. So the lower legs are taking a punishment for Nancy Patel. I last saw her iced up on the bank in Dunedin after the Braves' victory over the Sparks. Then, of course, had the day off. Close, and may have to look here. Chris Brown at square leg, and he's going to have a review.
TV umpire director, we have
yeah,
a
I think
start with the front foot, please.
I thought Prue might target Jess Watkin here. Off spinner coming on a green wicket.
Thank you. Fair delivery, rolling through. Yeah, no, I'll definitely need another view there. I've got no idea what happened on that one. Thank you. Rolls through. Keep rolling through. Keep rolling through. Okay. Yeah. Okay, can we just roll that back a touch? Bat's bouncing. I just want to make sure it's grounded as the bails are taken off, and freeze it there. And next frame. Yeah, next frame, frame by frame. Yeah, keep rolling through. Freeze it there. And next frame, bat's down. Keep rolling, bat's down. Thank you. The bat is grounded when the bails are lifted, ready to make motor signal for the screen.
Wow, good awareness from Prue and getting that back down. Top piece of work from Holly Top.
Yeah, there's plenty of bounce. Watkin in again. This time Catton backs away, forces that out to cover. It's been a slow old start this for the Hearts.
Yeah, well, when you see a green wicket like this, you think seam, think movement off the surface for the fast bowlers. So I was wondering if the Hearts players might try and target the Watkin over off spin with a new ball, try and pick up early boundaries.
Yeah, regardless of condition, doesn't look like they're going to adjust their plans. Either the Brave. Going to bring Kaylee Knight on after the power play. No Lucy Boucher in the side today. Carol Angafili is there. After, skies up and good take. That is a catch. Wallen takes the catch. That is wonderful fielding. Never easy, those catches. Running back, full pace. Huge moment in the game as Catton goes for the big shot.
Wow, this is an absolute beauty from Eve Wallen. Swirling conditions here at Eden Park, and the wind is up. Fantastic piece of work. Prue Catton trying to take the aggressive option. Has to go. Tash Wakeland, sorry, correction. Catton goes for one. The Hearts now 3 for 1.
Middle there. Off it. One to go, Matty.
Hearts captain, Matty Green, out early. Just 1.5 overs in the innings. Nicely turned into the leg side. Off the mark and will retain the strike. Matty Green, it's 3 for 1. 4 for 1.
I'll stop. One, I'm over.
Thank you. Bro, good stuff.
Over number 3, Tash Wakeland. Great catch, Tash.
Yeah, real lovely start there and good catch. I was happy with that one.
Yeah, you should be. We'll come back to you in a sec. Marama Downs, away again from the Sandringham end. Just a little bit of width. Thoughts heading into this one, Tash? You turn up, you see a pitch like that, you see conditions, you're thinking, oh, here we go again?
Well, we're actually just really excited to be out after watching the rainfall in Hamilton. We all sort of turned up just ready to play in anything, really.
Good attitude, love that.
Good eve.
Just off the bottom of the bat.
Tash, we've just had another look at that catch on replay, and it looks like the wind was swirling everywhere. I assume the ball going away from you, everything going against you for that one?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a windy breeze out here, and it was definitely going away from me, so I'm out here throwing into the wind now, so just had to keep tracking it and, yeah, held on to it, so that's always nice.
We were just talking before around strategy, and obviously when you look at a wicket like this, it looks like it's going to suit the seamers, but Jess Watkin backing the blueprint and bringing herself on to bowl that second over. How important is it to sort of back your skill set versus play to the conditions, do you think?
I think there's like a really fine line and good balance you need to get. Obviously, there's a shorter boundary with the wind going like towards it, into it. But then also, yeah, just really backing our skills and not getting too carried away with what the conditions are doing. And it's been a great start of that so far.
That's nicely played into the gap. Chase on here, and an unsuccessful one. Eve Wallen can't catch up with it. Tash, in terms of your own game this year, you've put together some nice innings so far. You look to be enjoying your cricket, first and foremost.
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. This is sort of my first full sort of Super Smash campaign, and so it's been really awesome to be a part of it consistently with the girls. And Pete is real awesome. He just lets me go out there and try and score as many runs as I possibly can in the power play. So it's nice when that has come off, and hopefully it comes off again today.
Downs again, first boundary of the match. Beautifully placed, Nancy Patel. Has anyone had a chat to Nancy about wearing some pads at point, Tash? She's taken a few in the legs.
Yep, she wears a few. She's really tough and she always gets back up, but she has copped a few in the shins recently. I think they've maybe doubled in size since our last few rounds. Matching her calves now. Lovely
On the
muds.
drive, straight back to Downs. Tash, lovely to chat to you. We'll catch up with you later, buddy.
Thank you.
9 for 1.
Matty Downs effective in the meantime, just the 5 off that over with 4 dot balls in it. Oh, that boundary ran away, but outfield does look a little bit slower here today. Greasy on top. Hopefully the rain stays away and it continues to dry out throughout the rest of the fixture.
Bring the kids along, have a swim, watch the cricket. How good. Kaylee Knight's going to bowl the 4th over here. Shortened power play in this fixture. 18 overs aside, 5 overs in the power play. 3 bowlers to bowl a maximum of 4 overs. Very interesting to see Kaylee Knight's strategy on this very green pitch. And speaking of green, it's green on strike. Pulled away nicely.
Bit of a cross breeze for Kaylee Knight to operate with today. And she would have been licking her lips looking at this surface. Important for her to pitch the ball up, I believe. It is a little bit greasy on top. So those back of a length deliveries do just tend to sit up a little bit.
Just a little discussion here. Jess Watkin now will have a chat to Kaylee Knight, and it's just a soft area right on the popping crease. Umpires had a very close look at that before the toss today. Delayed the toss, in fact, because they felt that it hadn't quite dried out enough. And so Jess Watkin will do sawdust duty.
It was quite the spectacle. They had 4 lawnmowers with the mower just slightly above, spinning as fast as they can to try and breeze it out a little bit.
Yeah, it was noisy. And I didn't enjoy it. Trying to get onto this one as he goes, 6 off 9. Just a little bit of a slow start. Sluggish start all round for the Hearts, and stands to reason. They lost the toss. They would have had a bowl first. Interesting, talking to Blair Christensen, the head groundskeeper here at Eden Park, saying this pitch has been undercover since 4 p.m. on Saturday. 230 odd mils of rain so far in January here in Auckland, which is more than twice the monthly average, and we're still 7 days away from the end of the month.
This is where conditions assessment is extremely important, Sumo. I mean, they haven't played on a wicket like this all summer. They need to understand very quickly what shots are playable and what aren't, what areas of the ground you can target, and what areas you probably need to steer clear of from a batting perspective.
Again, looking out square. Green will play that shot all day if you offer it to it.
And then I think off the back of that, what does a pass score look like? Or what is something that we're happy to bowl to, knowing what our seam bowling and spin bowling attack can offer? Quite good having that experience of Matty Green out there in the middle early. She'll be able to pass those messages over to Izzy Gaze.
As the sun has poked through here. I feel like I haven't seen that for a few days. It's good to have that breeze blowing out of the west as well, because otherwise it would be a very humid day here. I can sense it might turn out that way a little later. So easterly weather conditions which have battered the country over recent days turn to the west now, the prevailing wind here in Auckland. And that's aiding any outswing that Kaylee Knight's looking for to the right-hander. Up in the air and straight to Jess Watkin. Has a crack at the stumps. Plenty of action to finish the over. It's 12 for 1. Just one over left to the power play. Brave will be thrilled at the situation of the game so far. Marama Down's going to have a third. Matty Green comes forward out to cover, just the one.
Last over the power play, and it's actually where the Hearts have done really well this summer, just outside the power play. Milking singles, turning ones into twos, running hard, building momentum through the middle of the innings. Watkin pulling the trigger on the third over from Downs, wanting an extra wicket.
You mentioned before, Izzy Gaze and the vulnerability out cow corner, square leg, so 2 out on the leg side for Gaze now. She's going to want to hit. She finds her way past Caroline affiliate, extra cover, but there's just one.
Not the timing there she would have liked, but I like the options. And even last over, she was looking to go over long on, full swing of the blade. This time looking to go over extra cover long off. I think just lining up a little bit straighter today, so hasn't quite found the timing she would have liked, but good initial signs, good plans.
Green has looked predominantly comfortable, square of the wicket. And goes that way again, and taken. Well, we said comfortable, square of the wicket, overly comfortable. Wakeland takes another. What a day out she's having. That's the end of the Hearts captain. They lose a second with just 14 on the board.
Wow, Matty Green is going to be filthy with herself here. Just a little short arm jab, trying to control it. Possibly a little bit of extra bounce from Downs. And compared to the first catch, that's a sitter for Wakeland. She's not going to drop that. Watkin pulled the trigger on Downs to get another, and she's delivered. Matty Green goes for 5. The Hearts are 14 for 2.
Brooke Halliday, a fellow White Fern. He's had a good season. It's a good average. 9th match today. Good strike rate as well, which is something that I know Halliday's worked on, as so many of the White Ferns have. Here's the wicket again, and Matty Green will know, how have I picked out that fielder there? The only one on the leg side.
Matty Green's been the mainstay for the Hearts this summer, as well as Halliday. As you can see there, 209 for Halliday in second place, hunting down Izzy Sharp. Matty Green not far behind her. Congested at the top of the leaderboard in this Women's Super Smash, but Matty Green has steered the ship.
Off the mark, Halliday, just a little step out of the way and nudging it into the leg side for 1. Izzy Gaze, unaccustomed this season to being this far behind the strike rate. She wants to be around that 130 to 150 mark early. Just hasn't had the chance today. Then you run the risk of trying to overhit as well, trying to find your timing by trying to hit your way into it. That's off a thick edge. That's going to fly away for 4. Bit of luck involved in that shot, but she'll take the boundary. Izzy Gaze. End of the 5th over, end of the power play, 19 for 2.
Well, until the last over, it was a fairly sedate power play from start to finish. Brave won the toss, elected to bowl first. Jess Watkins stuck with her guns and bowled herself the second over, and what a fantastic catch that was from Wakeland to dismiss Catton. Muddama down, very tight, bowling 3 overs on the bounce. She leaked 1 boundary, and then Matty Green picked out Wakeland again. You couldn't keep her out of the attack. And last ball, a little bit of width. Gaze had the opportunity to free her arms and pick up her second boundary of the day. So 19 for 2 is the number. And the Hearts have got some work to do. Again, assessment of conditions is key. I don't think it's going to be 135, 140 sort of day. So maybe somewhere around that 100 mark, Sumo could be competitive.
Seen it before here. Sometimes we've turned up thinking, oh, it's a high-scoring day, and we've been treated to a low-scoring thriller. To me, it just goes one of either two ways here. Either it's a low-scoring grind-out or it's pyrotechnics. There's very rarely anything in the middle. Jess Watkin, she'll enjoy the match up to the lefty.
I think really important for the Hearts bowling attack to be watching this with an eagle eye, understanding what works, what doesn't.
Yeah, they've got the 2 off spinners in their lineup as well, with Bella Armstrong and, of course, the captain, Matty Green. I'm sure they'll be thinking, looks pretty effective here. Pace off is going to work.
I think boundaries have been scored through width. We've only seen a couple of them, but it's been width both times. We've seen runs scored from back of the length deliveries. I think, again, full and straight has to be the option. And we've lost a pad, blowing out a pad early.
It's worse than a jandal blowout, isn't it? Have you had one of those this summer? The old traditional jandal blowout?
No, I've opted for the Berkeys. Upgraded.
Have you?
Yep.
Have you? Orthopedic.
Yeah, fresh pair of suede Berkeys for Christmas. They've been doing the rounds.
How does the suede cope with summer heat, humidity? You can't really take them in the water.
Well, they've probably had more challenge in the water recently because of the conditions and the weather over top.
Sure.
They haven't been dealing with too much heat, too much humidity, but Birkenstock, fantastic brand, been dealt with really effectively thus far. If any of the key stakeholders are listening, you can thank me for that plug later.
I've got the plastic ones.
Yeah, like it.
Yeah,
The Reef Berkeys.
correct. Do you remember the reef shoes? Those were great.
Yeah.
Little ankle Velcro.
Super effective, quite low on the fashion scale.
Bring them back. I trust you to bring those back, actually. Resident fashionista in the commentary box. Looking to sweep. I think that's indicative of just where the Gaze has found herself today. It's just not quite there for her. She's looking to play those shots. Just gripping the handle a bit tight here.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's a nice piece of timing from Gaze down the ground. I was about to say that sweeping in conditions like this is actually really tricky because the ball tends to skid on, but then if it hits the seam, it bounces a little bit. We've already seen Holly Top, a couple of really strong takes up almost in the midriff, sort of chest height, so it's bouncing pretty consistently for the spinners. And you got to be able to trust the bounce if you're sweeping and hitting across the line.
Good ball.
Jess Watkin backing out. Oh, she's bumped into our umpire today. Thought about a couple to finish the over, settled for 1. That is the end of 6, and it's all the 2s.
Some white ones on the left, summer colour. Haven't seen much summer weather over the last week. Sky Bowden will come into the attack and Mark Richardson will join me up top here. Rigger, welcome back to the Combox.
Cheers, mate. More of a jandal wearer, to tell you the truth. Very popular. You can't call him a shoe, can you? Slide? Here's Sky Bowden. Oh, starts with a loose one down the leg side. I haven't seen anything in the surface ready to scare me yet, apart from the ball just maybe holding and bouncing a little. I think it's probably just too soft to be a really spicy green one. And I mean, it is green, but in terms of a big, seeming difficult surface. So, eminently playable. And I guess you'd have to say, of the 2 dismissals that have gone so far, very much sort of getting yourself out. I can understand Phuket and you have a go at it, you get a bit of a top edge, that happens, but I think Matty Green will be very, very disappointed with her dismissal. just picking out deep square leg.
Yeah, it seems like it's bringing the stumps into play as the order of the day. Bringing bowled, LB, caught, modes of dismissal. Seen a little bit of bounce. And again, haven't quite seen the pace to really skid through, to really threaten that outside edge. So it's more the leading edge, the splice of the bat with that extra bounce. I think these fielding positions are going to be key. Having your one fielders right in on the one. Getting the right people out on the boundary. And the sawdust is just reflective of that soft patch that we've seen at both ends.
A little handful of sawdust, how much difference does it really make? So it all helps soak up a bit of moisture, doesn't it? I'll never forget when they came up with an ingenious idea of using kitty litter in Dunedin one time. It was, it seemed like a good idea in theory, but because it's coarser, it soaks up moisture. But all it did was it just get spat all over the wicket, and all of a sudden you had these almost little pebbles all over the surface.
Well, it's a lot firmer than sawdust, isn't it? It's like mini gravel. Seen a lot of dot balls this innings so far from the Hearts. I think these ones and twos are going to be the difference between the two teams, the winner and the loser today. Scoring off as many balls as possible.
Yeah, he gets it in the gap. There's an outside chance of two here. There was an early call of two, and they'll get it. Gapping, I think, will be absolutely critical. The Brave keeping the field up. I like that. And it's no good playing nice shots, two fielders here. The Hearts players need to find the gaps. And at the moment, they've worked themselves into a little bit of a situation here where they're 22 for 2. They can't afford to lose another one right now going for it. But they do need to generate a strike rate. Over bowled, 27 for 2. I don't think early on also it's an easy surface on a length delivery to actually go over the top. It's holding, there's a little bit of, or a lot of that sort of tennis ball bounce. So not easy to find the timing, and that's the issue for the Hearts. Well, they're conscious of making a slow start, but they're already 2 down after 7.
Yeah, I think if there's a get-off strike option for these batters in the back of their mind, yes, they've got their attacking shots, but you know, how can they kill ones? How can they drop the ball and run into little gaps in the infield? Manufacture deliveries where they need them to be. Can they step forward, get outside off, manufacture one into the leg side, or give themselves a little bit of room outside leg, glide one through third man, backward point?
This one is in the gap, all along the ground. It's running nicely over this outfield as well. Needed 4.
Well, I thought that was just going to be 1 or 2 initially off the bat, but the outfield looking like it's really picking up a bit of pace here. Kaylee Knight does have some pace behind her and thrashed through that gap in the leg side by Izzy Gaze. Welcome boundary for the Hearts, moving them into the 30s.
There's no issue with the outfield here. This couch grass, it tends to hold the moisture well. And it's also the way it grows. I think it, even though it is pretty damp, it's not really greasy. It's a grass that I think players' spikes will grip on. But what I've noticed with it here and also down the at the Mount Bay Oval as well, which is the same couch grass, you hit the ball along the ground, it rolls beautifully on it. Oh, clever, but there is a player back there, so it's high risk for not a lot of reward.
Well, that's the way she plays, isn't it, Izzy Gaze? And those innovative ramps and scoop shots, sometimes they come off, sometimes they don't. But I agree. I think if 4's on the table, you're beating a short fine leg over the top and that races away. It's a great shot, but is the risk worth it for that single? Can you hit that same ball just into the offside in front of point for 1, or just into the leg side in front of square leg for 1? That's good from Halliday. Again, trying to score off as many deliveries as possible, reduce these dot balls. Boundary early in the over, that quickly turns into 8, 9, 10.
Oh, way on the onside, but there is cover out there, so just singles at the moment. I think Knight just guilty getting a little bit short. Ball just sitting up on this pitch.
Yeah, I think if you're going to bowl short, you bowl real short and try and get it up around the throat, the head, the grill. It's that sort of chest and midriff level that the ball just tennis balls and sits up and begs to be hit.
Well, this is good timing. This is a little bit more in front. Good stop. Really good stop. Some teamwork out there as well. It's a long throw, and they might have cut that to 2. That is excellent work. 36 for 2 after 8.
But the sun cutting, sorry, I'll try that one again. But the sun's starting to creep in here at Auckland in the Kennards High Community Oval as we see a change in the bowling, and Nancy Patel comes into the attack. Struck on the knee earlier, fielding a ball. It's obviously recovered nicely. It's a good economy rate, good amount of wickets.
Oh, starts with a full toss and gets put for 4. Fair enough too. Was not a good start, the old full toss on leg stump.
Wow, that's an absolute gift for Izzy Gaze. She gleefully accepts. Trying to bowl with a bit of pace, but just outside leg on the knee. Izzy Gaze is a wicketkeeper and a sweeper. She's not going to miss out on something like that. Hit powerfully behind square for 4. 24 of 22 now, Gaze. Goes without saying, the longer she stays there, the better for the Hearts. See, that's good batting. That's what I like to see from Izzy Gaze. Boundary, and then follows it up with a single. Low risk, good piece of cricket. Park up, down the other end, reset.
You know what you mean. She wants to be a player who can be quite devastating, but you also be a player who gets big scores. You can be both. You know, yes, you can score yourself a quick 20, quick 25, which is great, but even better if you get a slightly slower 85 for the team. Just nudged away on the onside. Good support play act this so far. Halliday trying to get established.
Yeah, and it can be a tough barrier to break through. You get these power hitters that come out, generate a strike rate early, 20, 25, 30. And then all of a sudden, their aggression gets the better of them and they might spoon a catch or get a rush of blood to the head. But I think if you can break through the sort of 20 to 35 mark, ticking away, scoring at just over 100, get back to a semblance of control and normality while you're building a partnership, and you can freely launch again at the back end of the innings with your team set up in a good position.
Wanted two. Oh, and just, oh, that nearly was a mix-up. I don't think there was two there.
This type of wicket screams mix-up, doesn't it? With the sawdust coming out, slightly soft underfoot, quick in and out of the box turn. That can easily be a slip over. End up 3 or 4 paces down the wicket. Completely stranded, unable to get back.
Got away with that one. Over bowled, 9 gone, 45 for 2.
So 5 and over for the first 9 overs of this innings. Projected score of 90, and you just see since that second wicket started picking up a little bit more. The partnership now 31 off 27.
Yeah, a couple of productive overs. It's going to generate a bowling change from the City end. Eve Walland will have a bowl. Played 16 matches, doesn't bowl that often. No wickets yet, no average yet. Bit of a part-timer.
Well, we're joined on the sideline by Matt Blandford, assistant coach to the Hearts. Matt, you got us down there?
Yep. Hello, mate. How are you?
Really well, thanks, mate. What would you make of the start of this inning so far?
Yeah, it's probably not as fast as ideal world. Like, I'd rather be going at 10s, but I think we're just trying to work out this pitch. Obviously, it's been as wet as an otter's pocket in Auckland the past couple of days, and so, like, this pitch has been undercover, so we're just trying to work out what the best play on it is and what is a good total.
I suppose equally important, your seam bowling and spin bowling attack, keeping an eye on the conditions and what the Brave are doing, what's working, what's not in terms of lines and lengths as well.
Yeah, exactly. We're just having a look. I mean, it looks pretty decent from the sideline, from what we can see. Maybe a little bit of extra bounce, and yeah, we're just trying to understand what's going to work best here.
Obviously visually green, but doesn't look like they're the demons in terms of sideways movement and that sort of stuff. Maybe just a little bit of bounce at times. Is that what the message coming back to the sheds has been as well?
Yeah, that's what we're hearing. You know, coming to New Zealand, I learned like sometimes the green means absolutely nothing, you know, and credit to the ground staff here. It's nice and hard underneath it, so actually that green is a tiny bit misleading. But yeah, so they did great work getting this pitch up after the weather we've had, obviously.
And the Hearts are tracking pretty well at the moment, Matt, and different people are stepping up at different times. Must be pleasing.
Yeah. We've had some really good moments. It's great to see everyone stepping up in different moments, which is exactly what you want. People have done different things, which is cool, and that's kind of how we like to roll as a team, you know, like feed the hot hand, you know, whose day is it, making sure everyone's had a day and we're not too reliant on a couple players. So, no, it's been really pleasing. We're happy with how we're going. Obviously, these next 2 games will decide a lot in terms of the grand scheme of things of the season, but overall, even without these 2 games, we're pretty happy.
And you talked about assessing totals and thinking about what a good score is. Have you come up with anything yet in that regard?
We like to think we can defend anything, Ben. We think we can defend anything, but I think anything 110, 120, 130 in that sort of zone. Like, I do think you probably have to bat well to get that score.
Awesome. Thanks for your time, Matt. We'll let you get back, and all the best for the rest of the fixture.
Pleasures. Thank you, mate.
So in the meantime, 6 off the Walland over her first, and 10 overs done here. The Hearts 51 for 2.
Change bowler. Bowler, mother.
Sky Bowden to bowl her second here at the Kennards High Community Oval. 8 overs left. Sun peeking through. Conditions improving by the second.
It's a nice day out there. It's a nice day in Auckland now.
Yep.
Doing a really good job, these two. And it is getting to the point now where they have got a few wickets in hand. Another 8 overs of batting. You can spend a few pennies here, I feel. Going on to a reasonable chase, trying to set a decent total. And they should look at the surface now and go, you know what, it's okay for batting.
Yeah, we just chatted to Matt Blanford, assistant coach for the Hearts. 110, 120, anywhere around that area is something that the Hearts will be happy to defend. And for reference, that's about that 6.5 over, 6.5 runs and over sort of mark. You can just see that bounce there from Sky Bowden. Cross seam is extracting that little bit of extra out of the surface.
Powerful in the gap. This will go for 4. That's really good placement.
Gee, this is raced off the bat from Izzy Gaze. She's showing some real prowess behind square on the leg side. Real power to her strokes. Yes, the length was given, as was the line, but you still got to execute. Rolled the wrist beautifully, controlled it along the ground and split the 2 players out there. Right down the centre.
It's not great from Bowden that, though. You want to make the Hearts have to really work for everything. And that, at a time they want to pick up the run rate, that was a little bit of a gift. That line and length. Away on the onside. There's more work gone into that from the batting side, and the execution is brilliant. It really is. They're looking to get on with it.
Well, this is the first one of these we've seen pretty much all day. Brave have been guilty of being a little bit short, leaking runs square of the wicket. This is a decent ball, but just a good piece of batting from Izzy Gaze. Goes short, gets punished square, gets a little bit fuller, straight back over mid-on's head, sorry. Bowden under pressure now, back-to-back boundaries, and Gaze starting to run away with it a little bit.
Yeah, she's obviously the one that's decided to go after it, Gaze. And that's what she likes to do. Halliday there, very comfortable just knocking it around, supporting her. Should be one on the misfield. There isn't. Yeah, they'll get it late. I think the ball had just gone missing behind Watkin.
Sorry, I had no idea where it went.
You can just see the confidence of Gaze, the timing starting to come back. Hit powerfully at mid-off there. Not quite gapped. Good half stop from Watkin.
There's so often, isn't it, with a player who's, let's say, the established one, the thought is, well, they have to bat deep. But maybe when you've got a player like Gaze, no, they don't. They can be the one that can start to pick it up from here. And when you've got experienced in Halliday at the other end, she can be the one that says, well, I'll support you, and then if you go, I'll continue to bat deep. Oh, close. If she hasn't hit that, that's full enough to be in the thinking. Not out, though, is the thinking. 61 for 2.
Let's have another look at this. Man, I think you're right, Rig. If that is no bat, that's right up around that leg stump area. Tough to know if that's absolutely pitching in line. So probably a fair call from umpire Brown.
I think it was hitting, but it might have just pitched outside leg. Well, there you go. That's interesting, isn't it? You got Brooke Halliday with the most runs so far in this season. She's just gone to the top as well in this innings. As he go over, who was second there? Izzy Sharp, wasn't it? And yeah, I think her role in this partnership is to be the one that plays within herself, plays the supporting act, goes a little bit deep. And Gaze, who likes to hit, just let her go.
Here's a little carrot here from Watkin, bringing herself on as well. Sneaking suspicion, Gaze will want to take her on. Also, what about that name at number 4, Rig? Nelly Kerr, 206 runs, just the 3 games.
Over cover, it squirted away into a gap. It wasn't hit particularly well. I like the area she was trying to play it. If she'd got enough on that, Naz forced the field change now. Forced Well, you got the left-hander out, so that's why the field, left-handers on strike was only one. That's why the field has changed. But I like the area she was attacking there, looking to go extra cover.
Yeah, I don't know if there's necessarily going to be huge amounts of turn on offer. So the threat's going to be beating the outside edge, and if to the right-hander, and if Izzy Gaze comes down and starts to look over mid-off, extra cover, just gives her more bat to work with the ball not turning in.
Here we go, Waddies.
I'm impressed with the way she's constructed this innings so far.
Now straight. And long on, can't get around. There's short boundaries heading Park, but that's how well it was hit.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about, and that brings up the 50 partnership between Halliday and Gaze, 53 off 42. Izzy Gaze getting a great piece of bat on this delivery. Nice use of the feet, gets there on the half volley, and a nice swing of the blade through the ball. Not trying to hit too square, not trying to overhit it, just timing it. And again, when she times it, it races away.
Or pinch one. Oh, direct hit. Probably would have been out. They have just pinched one as the players in the inner ring are sitting right back on it now and more defensive pose.
Here we go. Spin. Good turn.
Well, they've been productive, haven't they, the Hearts, over the last 4 or 5 overs. Halliday 16 off 21, but she's played a nice foil to Gaze, who's been the aggressor. Partnership now 55 off 44. It's been important for a foundation for the Auckland team.
Lovely, KK.
12 gone. 70 for 2.
Go Tigers! Here we go, Eve!
$70 for 2, 6 overs left. Projections on your screen there. I'll need 10s or better to hit that 130 mark.
How's that?
Playing the fire is Izzy Gaze on 47.
Oh, nearly bowled round the legs on off stump. Doesn't happen that often.
One's done a good job here. Hasn't had much of a chance in her young career to bowl. She's been trusted by the captain, Jess Watkin, on this occasion. Gaze looks square past Patel. Kelly Knight will come around, cut that off. They're going to come back for 2 on the arm.
Here we go, Eve, here we go. Let's go, Eve.
That's going to do it for Gaze. That brings up 50, her second half century in Super Smash cricket. An important one too. It was a slow start, had to work her way into her timing today. Raises the bat, salutes the pavilion. Very good innings so far.
Yeah, it is a good innings, and it was slow, but you can expect that. You've been put into bat on a wicket, which many thought, particularly the Hearts, would not have been that easy to bat on. She's done really well here. Very nicely paced innings. It's what you want to see too from your international players. shining when there's a little bit of pressure.
Halliday pulls this one away. Kaylee Knight is there once more. Always busy in the field, in the outfield. Kaylee Knight. Halliday quite happy to play the support role here, but at some point both of these players are going to have to get a wriggle on. Hangs it out wide. Just a little too wide. Chris Brown signals such. Favourite area. Vizzy Gaze out there to cow. Slog sweep is a shot she goes to quite often. She's on 51, one shy of her best, 76 for 2.
She likes to get on with it as he goes. She likes to play her shots. I wouldn't say she's a pitch hitter because she does occupy that top spot as an opening batter in this form of the game, but she does look to play shots. She looks to put pressure on the bowlers, and she's done a really good job today. And what I've liked about it is she's placed the ball around. She's been thoughtful about where she's looked to pick up for. And by and large, she's been able to do it.
.51 for Gaze on strike. That best of 52 also coming this season. Kaylee Knight from the Kingsland end. That's a wild delivery to start with. Swing and a miss. Feet not going anywhere. Flings the bat at it.
Well, she was thinking she might have got a wide there, but it was clearly inside the guideline. It's just because she was having to reach because she just hadn't gone across.
Big swing. Nancy Patel underneath and a great catch. Patel, she's a gun. That's the end of Gaze. She has to go for 51. They've taken some good catches today, the Brave.
Well, Nancy Patel is a far better catcher when she's within the boundary, as she's proven here, because this was not easy. It hung up there. It's a bit of breeze. She had to reach. That is a really good catch. She's spilt a few on the bank when she's been watching. In fact, I've been told every single catch. But Izzy Gay, good innings there at 51 from 44. He's got to go now, but done a good job.
Lauren Down, undoubtedly one of the most experienced players out here today, closing in on 100 matches. If this Hearts team is to make the final series, she'll bring up that 100 match mark. But a job to do here. Not too many overs left, just 4.4 overs remain in the shortened game, and that was Gaze. He's trying to swing, got high on her. A little bit of extra pace too from Kaylee Knight. Down. Happy to open the face, and she'll look to guide that down for runs today. It's a favourite outlet for her.
No, just I think she goes
Off the mark. You start to look at things from here. 10 and over now. Gets just 1-2-1 rig. How do you go about, if you're Lauren down at the moment with Brooke Halliday, who's been out there for some time, 40 minutes at the crease for her 17 runs. How do they go about negotiating these last 4 overs?
Have a whack. Look, I don't think if they can get 10s, 18s, 120, round 120, I don't think that's actually a bad total. Yeah, I mean, this isn't a spinning viper of a surface, but I don't think it's also a high scoring surface.
Pulled that through mid-wicket. Did Halliday. Still one to come. Wide first ball of the over.
So they have to be careful that they don't sell themselves short by thinking, well, we're right behind what we really should have here. It's go, okay, well, if we do things sensibly, we get 115. We do things well, we get past 120, which is defendable, without a doubt, over 18 overs.
That is wide again. Turning into a long over this for Kaylee Knight. Just searching for something.
Spilled it, yeah.
Pulled away, finds the gap too. But only the 1 run. Been sharp in the outfield, the Brave today. 81 for 3.
Middle stop. Change ball or run on over.
Eve Wallen's going to bowl her 3rd over. Down 2 from 3. 81 on the board. 4 overs remain. Just inside the wide line, says Charlie. Chris Brown.
I don't mind this line she's bowling. I think it's a good line just to concede 1.
Wait.
Or a dot in the case of that one.
If you want to go over the onside, you got to reach for it. And there's cover at deep point. It's not going to come off with any pace behind square.
Out to mid-wicket, just the 1. Well, the other, I know Holly Top's up too, but you've got to be using the crease, don't you? Taking that step across, making it hard for Eve Wallen. You can't just stand there and let her bowl at you. Be brave, maybe take a step down, step across, make her adjust her line, give you that angle that you're looking for. Halliday sweeping, down on one knee. Again, it's just the 1, frustrating here.
Your left-hander playing that favoured slog sweep. It's into what is a pretty stiff wind now here in Auckland.
Again, takes Lauren down out wide, and she has to reach out and pulls that behind square for 1.
Well, the right-hander is going to get 1 every day there, but that's it. You got 3 players out on that boundary. I think maybe even she can even go closer to the ball and still have the room to hit it offside.
Yep.
Sweeps again, does Brooke Halliday. Into the gap, but Knight comes around to close that off. They'll get a couple. That is a sharp over from Walland. She's bowled 3 now, none for 17. It's 86 for 3.
Well, catches do win matches, they say, and the catching's been good. And if the hearts are restricted here, the Blaze can put it down to some really good work in the outer. That one should have been taken, but the 2 before that were really good. They're never easy when you're running away from the middle.
And the ball's running away from you, or at least flying away from you, as is the case. Kaylee Knight's going to bowl her full complement today. Just the 3 bowlers with 4 overs up their sleeve today. Full driven, no run. Angafili's there. Tash Wakeland on the mic. Tash done a great job here, your bowlers, haven't they?
Yeah, they're doing a terrific job here, keeping them well restricted.
Does your mind start to switch to batting at this stage of the innings?
My mind spends a lot of time on batting, actually, but yes. Oh.
Yeah, I'm with you, actually. That was the same as me in the field. Fielding sucks.
I do love my fielding. I love fielding as well, but yeah, I'm pretty keen for a bat, I reckon.
It only sucked for Rig, Tash, because they kept putting him under the helmet, short leg.
Oh yeah, that's also probably not a bit of me. I like it out here on the rope, or 10 off the rope.
I'd imagine you would have been, as you know, as a top order player, you would have been sweating on that toss a little bit, not wanting to go out there. But have you been surprised by the fact that it's actually played pretty well?
Yeah, that was definitely sort of the chat. We were pretty happy when Jess won. But all the, you know, bounce and carry, and we saw Izzy just play lots of good shots through, hitting through the line of the ball. So all positive signs, getting me excited for a good bat.
Lauren down, she looked to ramp one left here. Oh, she just cannot get there at the moment. Frustrating for down. That's 4 dot balls. This is a remarkable start to this over. Tash, what are you comfortable chasing? Do you factor in equations? Do you think about run rates? What do you think when you think about batting?
I do. I do look at the run rate quite a bit. I've been standing here looking, and it's pretty greedy of me, but I reckon our bowlers can keep them under 100 almost. Oh,
that's a chance.
That's good.
Nancy Patel looking in the sun.
Again.
Takes another player. Mike does strike again. It's the Patel and Wakeland show in the field for the Brave. Lauren down. 4 dot balls. Had to have a swing at one, and Kaylee Knight strikes again.
Just went short of a length again, looking to get the ball past the bat. This time it got a thick outside edge. Patel had a lot of time to think about that one. Thought about it well. Lauren Down has gone for 4, 86 for 4.
Is that 1 or 2 you want?
Bella Armstrong, 83rd match today. Well, she's come in at a fraught time for the Hearts. They are behind the 8 ball here. Lauren Down was battling with the pace and bounce from Kaylee Knight. Got one she thought was in the area. Flew off the outside edge straight to Nancy Patel. Did a good job. Had to shield herself from the sun. First and foremost. Armstrong hits through. What a start that is. Powerful from Bella Armstrong. Boundary to start. That's the end of the over. 90 for 4. All single figures bar one. The Manhattan so far for the Hearts, and you have a look at the last 4 overs, 6 the highest, 2 wickets to fall as well. Now just 2 overs left. 90 for 4. Halliday is 21 off 25.
Ooh.
And you have to be devastated if you Brooke Halliday there.
Towards you ever so slightly. There you are, middle. I'm over.
Eve Wallens probably thinking, I have got away with one there.
It's that time of the match where a good ball can be a bad ball.
On the drive again, great piece of fielding off her own bowling.
And a bad ball can be a good ball. You know what I'm saying?
I am a rigger whisperer. I do understand you.
Oh, is that a drop catch? And then nearly a run out as well.
Oh, I thought originally that was a bump ball, but maybe one. The first one that's gone down today. Drags this to long on, just the one.
Yeah, what we call a traditional good ball, especially from a spin bowler, you put it on a nice length, maybe just outside off stump. That's a bad ball at this stage of the game. You're better off bowling a rank long hop that gets hit for 1 out to deep point. Where your fielders is the most important thing, and bowling to that field.
Just behind square, but Kaylee Knight is there again. It's just a single. Boundaries have proved hard to come by today. 8 fours only in this Hearts innings. And Brooke Halliday there, just a shake of the head, thinking, oh, what do I have to do today? Just outside the wide line, but Armstrong has a crack at it anyway.
Do I say it?
Don't talk retirements.
Do I?
Don't talk retirements.
Oh, I love it as a strategy. You know, there's only one over to go, isn't there? So, yeah, and you've got a player out there who's a good player. She's in tremendous form this season. 94 for 4, 1 to go. Well, I mean, that's the game, though, isn't it? You know, the harder you try sometimes when it's not working for you, the worse it can get.
No, I agree. And you have a think, Lauren Down comes out, faces 12 balls, 2 overs in the context of an 18-over match. It's quite a few balls for just 4 runs. And I'm sure she's feeling that as well, but some days it's just not your day. And it has been the Northern Brave, the men's side, who have pioneered the Super Smash retirement. We've seen it in other leagues around the world. Why not here?
Oh, I'd love it. I love it now I'm not playing. I would have been on the wrong side of it a few times. I can promise you that.
How would you have felt?
In fact, I reckon damn near they would have retired me out of a test innings.
Well, what's your career strike rate? That's a good question. I'll have to look that up.
Look, by olden day standards, it wasn't bad.
Rapid rigger, they called you. The rigger name was just it was a ruse. 37.66. Your test strike rate?
Yeah, it's all right.
This one should fall safe. No, it does. Just drop. Marina Lamplow has had a great set of hands all season. Did most of the hard work across the ground and then just couldn't bring it under control. She's gutted.
Yeah, she did. She did all the work across the ground and then just keep going across at the point that she needed to just get in a bit. She didn't. It's run save, though.
Armstrong, swing and a miss. Here's the opportunity again. Penfold covers the ground and then just maybe dived just a little early. Lamplow. That was the last ball. Oh, she might get another opportunity here. Oh, save 6. Can't get the catch, but has saved valuable runs once more.
Yeah, it's a good effort. I was just saying that, well, not criticising, but could notice that in the catch that went down, she failed to run, and this time she just hurled in after that one. And I thought, oh, no, it's going to go over her head. But she managed to backtrack quite well.
Armstrong, this time over the top of Watkin. Should be 2 here. That's 6 off the over so far. That's going to bring up the 100 for the Hearts.
Yeah, that's brilliant. She had to track back as well, realised that the momentum was never going to allow her to try to actually catch that. So she gave up on trying to catch it very early and just looked at just to pad it back. Good work.
Through mid-wicket, just the one. Last ball incoming.
Well, they got themselves in a situation to accelerate here, the Hearts side, and they just haven't been able to do it. Once they had a few big overs in the middle and it's just drifted off. No one of those who have got out there have really been able to find the boundary. Armstrong 13 from 10, not bad. Halliday's just having a day where it's just not happening for her. But she's in good form, so she's occupying the crease.
No off switch here for the captain, Jess Watkin. Last ball, she's going to make some field changes. It's going to be Halliday on strike.
Go Tigers, last one, last one.
Straight, swept away, dropped again. They've lived dangerously in this last over, the Hearts, but ultimately it's the runs that matter to them. He's had a good day too, Tash Wakeland, couldn't bring in a third. That's going to do it for 18 overs, 103 for 4. It's been a sensational bowling performance from the Hearts.
It has been,
brave,
and it was a good fielding performance. By and large, until we highlighted that, and then a few catches started going down. This one really should have been taken. Came in, it was a comfortable height, but just never really got settled and stable to take it. I don't know if the Hearts will be overly pleased with that performance, but it is runs on the board, and it is something to defend in these conditions. Gaze was really good, 51 from 44. She got things, some impetus into it, and the Hearts would have loved her to have gone on a little bit later. 7 fours from her, the only one really finding the boundary, just 1 from Armstrong, and that was Armstrong's first ball she faced as well. 25 from Halliday, just couldn't get things happening for her. It's one of those innings where you just seem to pick out fielders, and Armstrong 13 from 10, doing a pretty good job. A little bit of power was left. And the bullpen as well, and the change in shed. The bowling, it was a good bowling display. The bolt of the field, well, Downs is always difficult to get away, and I thought Watkin with her off spinners was really good, bowled at good times. I thought organised her bowlers and herself well, and Knight 2 for 21 was brilliant.
Let's head down to Ben Hornet, standing by for some instant reaction.
Thanks, Sumo. I've got Izzy Gaze on the sideline. Firstly, is well batted, 51 off 44 today. How are conditions? Yeah, I found it a little bit tough out there. The slower bowling was really effective, and I think they used that quite smartly. So yeah, found it tough to start, and then started to find my rhythm towards the end, which was nice.
And the colour of the wicket quite foreign to what we're used to out here at Eden Park Outer Oval?
Yeah, obviously been a bit of rain around, so it's a bit green, but it's actually quite hard underneath. So not too bad, especially with what the weather's been doing.
And it looked like it was a tough starting wicket out there. It looked like you found your form and your timing a little bit longer and a little bit later in the innings. Was that the case?
Yeah, definitely. I think I was trying to overhit the ball probably the first 7 overs of my innings. So I think when I pulled that back slightly and just looked to, have a free-flowing swing, it started to come my way.
Awesome. Well, all the best for the rest of the game, Izzy. Go well.
Cheers. Thank you.
Well, that is the halfway mark here at the Kennards High Community Oval. We're going to take a quick break, and after we come back, we're going to see if the Brave can chase 104. Well, just a great summer's day now at the Kennards High Community Oval in Auckland. Bit of turbulent weather to start things off, and a delayed toss meant an 18-over a match side. The power play was all that of the Northern Brave, with Jess Watkin picking up the first wicket courtesy of a fantastic catch by Tash Wakelin to remove Prue Catton. Matty Green came in, knocked it around a bit, and she'll be filthy with herself that she got out to a short ball like that in the last over of the power play. But then it was Izzy Gaze, and she hit the ball all around the wicket, predominantly square off the back foot initially, and then a little bit straight later in the innings. That was a beautiful shot over long on. 51 off 44 for Izzy Gaze. Fantastic innings And as she mentioned on the sideline, took a little bit to get into it, but found her timing toward the end on this tough wicket. Another fantastic catch by Nancy Patel. The catching on the whole was very good by the Northern Brave. That's another one, a backward point there. Patel's really made that position her own. Kaylee Knight was excellent with ball in hand, 2 for 21 off her 4. A little bit of icing on the cake from Bella Armstrong at the end meant that the Hearts managed 103 for 4 from their 18 overs. Halliday, 25 not out off 28. It wasn't really her day from a timing perspective, but she hung in there to get to a decent score. And Izzy Gaze, 51 off 44, 7 boundaries in that. Did some damage up top. 42 dot balls, though, was the story of the morning for the Hearts. Just couldn't quite get going, couldn't quite get into their innings, and the bowling for the Brave on the whole was very consistent throughout the order. Marama Downs bowled 3 in the power play. Good returns of her, 4 overs, 1 for 23, and then Kaylee Knight, 2 for 21 from her 4 overs. Bowling excellently, bowling short, bowling with vicious pace, and now the Brave will need 104 runs to hunt down off their 18 overs. Yeah, it has been a fantastic turnaround from the weather perspective. Just a nice sunny day. And no issues for weather for the rest of the fixture, I think. As the players on the sideline get ready for their full contingent as the Brave look to chase down 104.
Real sense of destiny about this game now for the Brave. They started the day 1 point behind the Hearts in 3rd place, Brave in 4th. A win here with both of these two teams having one last game after this. Auckland here against CD, I believe, on Monday. And the Brave back home as well as they round out their week. So there is the points table. CD in a good position. CD plays Saturday against the Otago Sparks. And Monday here against the Hearts. So Matty Green leads the team out. Jess Watkin, she was outstanding against the Sparks down in Dunedin on Sunday. And nice to see the kids out there having a couple of caps presented to them. Josie Penfold signing shirts. Matty Green. Good to see the kids out.
Be interesting to see how conditions change over the course of the afternoon. Good piece of running between the wickets there to get the hat back.
Very good.
If anything, this will just help the Brave as the pitch continues to bake. Possibly quicken up a little bit. Outfield, as Mark Richardson said, not too much of a concern. This couch grass holds moisture well. Found it was pretty rapid across the outfield throughout the Hearts innings.
Made a good point, Rick. He's played a lot of cricket here, as you have too, Ben. And sometimes at this park, it's either 1 or 4. If you don't get hold of it, it's a single. If you do, it's either over the rope or across it. And for the Hearts, it was just one of those days. Lots of singles, not too many boundaries. Just 8 boundaries in a T20 innings. That is well down on average. And a real job to do too for Bree Elling, Amy Hucker in particular.
Well, if there's something I'd like to see from this Hearts bowling attack, it's to pitch the ball up, to bring the stumps into play and ask the Brave batters to hit them down the ground. The predominant amount of boundaries from the Hearts team came square of the wicket off back of a length balls.
On a length straight away, Bree Elling, that is full. Jess Watkin looking to drive, misses out.
8 fours in the Hearts innings, as mentioned, 7 of them coming off the blade of Izzy Gaze in her 51. And most of it, as mentioned, behind square on the offside due to width, behind square on the leg side due to a little bit of length being too short.
Pops this up. 2 dots to start. It's a good start for Bree.
Yeah, that's where she needs to be. And she's operating with a third man and a deep backward square leg out on the rope. So kind of a bob each way in terms of how much this ball swings. She's got that one that pushes across the right-handed batter that brings that deep third man into play. And then if there is a little bit of swing and she leaks a bit full into that clip off, protection out on the leg side.
Watkin again clatters into the pad for the 3rd straight time.
Had a chat with Izzy Gaze on the sideline. She mentioned off camera, gee, it's bloody tough out there conditions-wise. Tough to get started. Tough to get a bit of a rhythm and a roll on, and tough to maintain momentum.
Nicely done. Gets down to this. Hucker's out there. Runs around from 3rd. Off the mark, though, the Brave. That's why the power play's so important too, isn't it, Hornet? Got to feel like this Brave team's under pressure. It's not a big total. They're chasing.
Towards you. There you go.
Early wickets, early pressure. Dot ball pressure too.
Yeah, I think this is a period where the Hearts will think they can do some real damage. 7 in the ring, hunting in on the 1, cutting down singles and opportunities for Brave players to get off strike. If I was only in the batting for the Brave or in the top order, I'd be looking to chance my arm a little bit, maybe throw a couple of wickets in this power play at getting strike rate going and knocking off some of this total early.
Wakeland tries to get forward, misses another. Just the 1 off the over. Great start for Breeling and the Hearts, 1 without loss.
That's great tone setter from Breeling. A little bit of swing in, a couple of balls pushed away, all full, all balls on the front foot. Exactly what the doctor ordered for the Hearts. And it's about bowling in partnerships here. Finishing your over on a good note so it sets your partner up at the other end to start things off with a bit of momentum.
Right arm over.
Amy Hucker will start proceedings at the other end. Here's her record average of 31, economy of 7, best for 2 for 15. She's played a good supporting role for the Hearts this year. Not necessarily taken home the chocolates in terms of the wickets, but provided a good foil to attack at the other end.
Jess Watkin trying to club this one away. Just a single again. Very good start from the Hearts bowlers here.
Straight on it, Amy Hucker, great to see. Full straight, bringing off stump into play. If there's anything in the wicket, she'll generate it off that fuller length. Excellent discipline so far from the Auckland team.
Tough start, best of 86, not out. Tash Wakeland. She's had a good year.
Cracking catch in the first innings to dismiss Pruitt and cover the off spin of Watkin, running back over her shoulder.
Yeah, backed it up with another to take care of Matty Green out at square leg, and they'll run on a misfield here. And that's disappointing when you have so few runs to work with.
Oh, we saw it overnight in the Black Caps game in India. A couple spinning away from the outfielders, racing away. And Armstrong just overcooked that a little bit. Good energy getting to the ball quickly, but possibly too quickly that time. Walking back on strike now.
Goes after that, gets it right down the middle between the two. And that'll be for first boundary of the innings. Good dive from Molly Penfold, all to no avail.
Well, I think Amy Hackett can't read into this too much. This is just a cracking shot. Watkin getting down, creating a little bit of length, but still wasn't full. It wasn't a flowing swing of the blade. It was a nice baseball shot back over the top. Tough shot to hit. She's hit it beautifully. That's 4. And that's a bit of momentum for the Brave.
Watkin is not going to die wondering. She is going to swing.
You can see how she sets up with that open face, that she's conducive to hitting, you know, hard length balls firmly through the leg side. So, yeah, and I still think it's important for this Hearts bowling unit to pitch it up. Ask her to hit traditional drives straight back past them off the front foot. Present that full face.
Tries to go again. Matty Green puts it down. Wakeland this time, looking to hit straight down the ground, didn't get there. Popped up a regulation catch. Green can't believe it.
Brave and 9 without loss after 2.
Just a hint of in-swing there to the right-hander from Breeling. That angle proved difficult, didn't it? First over, Hornet. Hit the pads a number of times. Here's the drop again. Was Wakeland trying to hit straight down the ground. Popped up to Green, who would take those 99 times out of 100. This time it's popped up. Gotta be. Yes. Wakeland didn't last much longer. Catch is taken. Lauren down, safe pair of hands, and that's the first gone for the Brave. That'll be disappointing for Wakeland.
Well, there's that angle you talk about, Sumo. Some come in, some go away. Just pushed it across the right-hander this time, Illing. Clever bowling. And you see Wakeland close the face and can only pop up a leading edge to Lauren down at backward point, and that's a relieved Matty Green. Wakeland doesn't make them pay. She has to depart. Just the 2 for her, the Brave now, 9 for 1.
That's your leg stump, yes.
Still down a million.
Left arm over, forward come.
You're going to be locked in there for a bit? Yep. Yeah. Nice. Good spot.
Eve Wallen bowled well today. Got through 4 overs. Now a job to do with the bat, 9 for 1. If they thought this was going to be easy, the Brave, they are very much mistaken. Illing.
Her control around balls she pushes across the right arm, the right-hander, versus the ones shaping back in, just continues to get better and better. She's a handful to face as a right-hander batter with a new ball in hand. Eve Wallen, we've seen she's got some serious power.
Full toss. Wallen can't get hold of this. Similar stage of the game. We're all square. Hearts were 9 for 1. Brave 9 for 1.
It's clear that the Hearts have been full today so far. They've been watching heavily, taking that info on board.
Brief appeal. And Breeling just turns and walks back to the top of the mark.
And the reason they're full is because with this wicket being green and a little bit sticky on top, balls at the back of a length, they just tend to sit up, so they allow batters time to get back, free their arms and hit square of the wicket. If you're a little bit fuller, any of that natural variation comes late in the decision making for a shot.
Flies away. over the top of the circle. And, oh, there's so much confusion out there and hesitation. Jess Watkin didn't seem interested in a second. That's the end of the third over, 11 for 1. Amy Hucker bowling the fourth. That's a long way up. Opportunity here, no. Full safely. Halliday and Catton have an argument about who's fielding the ball, and then that's a run out all day long. I don't know what's going on out here, but this is not in an instruction manual for cricket.
Wow, plenty happening here, Sumo. Confusion all round.
Non-strikers in, please.
Firstly, no deep square player on the leg side for Hucker, so space. Secondly, huge confusion, all the time in the world.
Coming in. Batter's not in the frame. Missed there. Okay, I need to determine whether the hand or the ball has dislodged the bail. Do you have another angle for me, please? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Can you just roll that back and forward one more time? Yeah, no thanks, I don't need that. I've got the ball has gone away from the stumps, the hand is broken, the bail without the ball in the hand. Ready to make my decision for the screen.
Well, a missed opportunity for the Hearts. And dislodging the bail there, unfortunately. And the in total 2 runs to the Brave Ledger.
What a sequence of play that was. Amy Hucker just couldn't quite bring the ball under control. Dropped the ball, took the bails off with the hands. Another opportunity and another one taken. They've had let-offs followed by self-implosions. The Brave. Molly Penfold takes the catch. Hucker has the wicket. That is the dangerous Jess Watkin.
Well, a couple of moments of relief for the Hearts here. Firstly, it was Wakeland. Dropped one ball, caught the next. Now it's Watkin. Just gets high on the blade, trying to smack it over mid-on's head. Can only loop it up to Molly Penfold. That is an absolute sitter and no problems at all. Watkin looked threatening, she looked dangerous, but she has to go for 10, and the Brave are now 13 for 2.
That's the good thing about the women's game, is that, like, no.
Middle there. 4 left.
Been a run machine over a long period of time. Caitlin Gurry, average over 30, best of 106. Yeah. Good time to get in there. And she plays that beautifully into the gap. All the way for 4.
Wow, what a way to get your innings underway, Caitlin Gurry. Immediately looking busy at the crease, backing away outside leg to give herself a bit of room and free the arms. There is no one out behind square on the offside. Hucker just offers up a little bit of length. This is a look at the wicket first. Watkin goes, trying to pump one over mid-on. And there's Gurry slicing one behind square on the offside and no one out. Very productive. Good to see that initiative. Good to see straight away, Sumo, that confidence to be able to generate yourself some width, yourself some length, disrupt the bowler, hit them off their areas.
I don't think we saw enough of it in the Hearts innings. Enough use of the feet. Trying to create your own length as a batter. And this time drops back deep in the crease, but can't get it through.
Yeah, it's a bit of length from Amy Hackett. If you've got someone who's backing away pre-ball, you want to bring those stumps into play. Ask them to hit through the line of the ball. Anything with a bit of length that's going over the top is a free swing. I think in just general conditions here today, that's the area to be. Just genuinely top of off.
They've been effective. They've bowled to a plan. This one a little shorter. Pulled away for one.
It's impressive averaging 30 over such a long career. Competition like this where there are some low scores, tricky wickets, tough chases. Caitlin Gurry's been an absolute mainstay of this Braves side.
Into 4 overs here. Power play is 5. It's 18 for 2.
Towards you, half an inch. There you go, middle stump there. Left arm over.
Bree Elling, dot ball to finish, or to start, should I say, the 5th over, last over of the power play. Hello, Matty.
Hello, Scotty.
Gee, you've got your work cut out for you today, haven't you?
Yeah, I feel like we would have probably liked another 15 runs on the board, but to be honest, there's enough in the wicket. If we bowl well and field well, we probably haven't got off to our best start in the field, but yeah, I feel like we can defend it.
Gave them a couple of let-offs, but they didn't cost you too many, did they?
No, thankfully not.
Good fielding in the deep.
Good, Yanni. Thankfully not. No, it hasn't cost us too much at this point. So, yeah, managed to get the big wicket of Watties, which is pretty important. And now, yeah, Gurry's in. So she's been going pretty well for them. So if we could pick her up early, that'd be great.
Mads, from the outside, it looks pretty clear you guys are trying to be a little bit fuller, a little bit straighter. Was that talked about at the halftime break?
Yeah, the batters sort of talked about anything sort of short, any width felt easy, and it's just doesn't feel like the sort of wicket. Good, Bree. Doesn't feel like the sort of wicket that's necessarily that easy to just bop it down the ground straight away. So yeah, if we can be a bit fuller, hold the stumps, force them to play a big shot, yeah, I think that's how we're going to pick wickets up.
Restrictions relax after this over, Matty, and I suppose you'll have that do I, don't I, bring an extra player up at times, and how long for and when to do that. How is it balancing those thoughts in your head?
Oh, shot. Yeah, it's that balancing act, I guess. Figuring out the best way to try to string a couple of dots together. Potentially it's at the start of the over, having a fielder up for a couple of balls and then defend the back end, I suppose. So, yeah, we'll see how we go. Sometimes defensive field sets can be attacking though, and just restricting boundaries and see if we can get the run rate to climb.
Strays full this time, but won't pay too much of a price, Bree Elling.
It's that knee roll length, Breezy. Hey, still trying to hit knee roll. Anything full, she's going to swing through. I just think you got your length a little bit wrong. It's just trying to, how do you still hit top of the stump length? Hey, just a couple balls a bit full.
Gurry clamps down on one to finish the over. Matty, thank you. We'll check in later in the game.
Cheers, guys.
27 for 2.
Well, it's been an entertaining power play, yielding 27 for 2. Jess Watkin looked like she was in the mood early on, hitting a great ball back over the bowler's head. But Wakeland was dropped and then she was caught. Next ball, as was Watkin herself. A couple of catches in front of the wicket. A couple of 2 paces to this pitch. Bit of bounce, a little bit slow. And Gurry's come in, shown some real enthusiasm to add some impetus early on. 14 off 9 so far. So the Brave ahead of the game at this stage. This is where Izzy Gaze and Brooke Halliday started to put a partnership together. Fielding conditions relax. Matty Green now has 4 outfielders at her disposal if she'd like. I dare say she'll use 3 for some of these deliveries. As we see Josie Penfold for the first time today. She's bowled with some real pace and energy this season.
I've been really impressed with Josie Penfold. She's good in the field. She's been better with the bat as well, put a lot of work into that. She's become somewhat of a pinch hitter, power hitter late in the innings. She's done a really good job for this team.
I think it's fair to say Josie Penfold's natural length is sort of that back of a length, banging it into the wicket. So see immediately she's hurt on that fuller side. I think the important thing is to retain that energy through the crease. If you're pitching it up, don't be soft.
On the back foot, Gurry pulls it away to mid-wicket, just the one. What a luxury, though, for Matty Green. Obviously, they've had a good meeting at halfway mark. Horner, they've come up with a plan, and by and large, Hucker and Illing have seen through on that plan. Penfold picking up now where they've left off. Brilliant as a captain when you know you've got a team that can execute.
Yeah, I think the first balls of the over have been telling as well.
Full. That has been punched away just over the top of the circle, though. Brooke Halliday slides in.
See on the side of the field before the bowling innings, you see your fast bowlers warming up, bowling into the mitt. There's nothing more frustrating than a bowler coming on, bowling a loose one, claiming they're not that warm. Well, they haven't eased into it properly. The Hearts have been on it today so far. It's early on, but I don't think Eve Wallen's going to die wondering here.
Very full. Can't dig that out. Sun's brought them out of the dugout. And over the top. Eve Wallen, you said she wasn't going to hold back, and she has not. That is a good boundary, an important boundary.
Well, it just goes to show all you need to do is time the ball. It wasn't a flamboyant swing of the bat by any stretch. Certainly enough to clear the ring, and we know about this Kennards High Community Oval outfield is that when you get it on it, it will roll away. Pressure on Penfold now.
Just gets a little straight again. Josie Penfold. Mixed bag that over. Brave will be pretty happy to finish the power play. Head on the game. 35 for 2.
That breeze is good for drying.
Molly Penfold into the attack to join her sister. She has had a good Super Smash campaign this summer. That best of 3 for 15 picked up just a week and a half ago.
Well, it's important for Molly Penfold to have a good season this season. I think she had a bit of a lacklustre one last year and sort of burst onto the scene with some pace and bounce as a young quick got into the New Zealand setup, and then sort of a little bit of that second year syndrome blues. But as long as you learn from it, you bounce back, and it's something she has done this season. Now this one's skied in the air. It falls into open spaces. Both players, the wicket-keeper, and then there's a rubbish throw over the top. It's not going to cost them, though, because that's good. That's good. That's what you call unrewarded running, that all of a sudden was rewarded because the player who was out there on the boundary on the other side thinking they're never really going to be involved here had come into the circle backing up and saved a run.
We heard from Brie Elling a couple of games ago. Claimed she was the specialist fine leg third man. That's what she's been prepping her life for.
Oh, edgy. Thick outside edge. It was always going to run away for 4. Frustration for Penfold. Badly needed runs there.
Yeah, we've just seen a bit of extra bounce on the surface today. Not necessarily fast pace, but just hitting the wicket hard. Clean swing of the bat again. Gary trying to give herself room outside off. Sorry, outside leg to clear the arms outside off, and one's too fine for even the specialist.
Yeah, frustrating here for the defending team, the bowling team, the Hearts here, because they're not far away. A couple of good overs here, and they'll force the required rate up over 6. Run a ball. That's their first, would be one of their first goals to do. Oh, that's really close. You got to give that. Yes, Brown says that's dead. Away you go.
Wow, what a breakthrough for Molly Penfold and the Hearts. Caitlin Gurry was moving around the crease a lot in her innings. Predominantly the leg, this time to off, and that has struck her salmon in front of middle and off. Halfway up, that is salmon trout out. And Gurry was looking promising in her short stay at the crease, 19 off 13, but she has to go. The Brave now 40 for 3.
I didn't know that for years. Oh, it's absolutely salmon.
Right, Nancy Patel with a job to do here. They're in front of the chase. 3 down, though. Going through a few wickets. Run rate's not a concern just yet. Oh, hello. It's fairly interesting first up.
Wow, that is truly brave. Nancy Patel coming to the crease. A couple of good catches and a backward point. Obviously feeling a bit confident here. Vibing it out. Player down at third man, Brie Elling. Again, the risk reward just for that single. But it's innovative, it's entertaining.
A little dodgy as well. Outside edge, but third man will get around for that one. 7 gone, 42 for 3.
That third man's getting an absolute peppering. It's fair to say. Game well poised now, that third wicket. Brings the Hearts well and truly back into it.
Bella Armstrong has the ball. She's such an important cog in this Hearts machine. Bats well. Did a pretty good job with the bat earlier on in the match. Just to get 13, I think, off 10, which was needed at the time. Now she has the ball in hand. Oh, wow. I think maybe purposely chipped it down there. Didn't give it the full flourish because long on and long on were back.
Yeah, it's our first sign of pace off today from the Hearts bowling unit. So it'll be interesting to see the approach from the Brave. Do they feel that they can tick it over, pick up ones, push for twos, or are they going to try and take it on? Really break the back of this chase halfway through the innings.
Well, the original rate was 5.78, and the required rate is 5.63. So they're doing a good job. They've lost probably one more wicket than they really wanted. The chase in terms of the run rate is fine. Knock it around, find the gaps. No, that's not a gap. That is straight down long on's throat. It's a bad one.
Wow, knock it around, find the gaps. Not today, says Eve Wallen. Comes charging down the wicket. And the enticing short straight boundaries were just too much. It's fair to say she didn't quite get to the pitch of the ball. Probably under-hitting for timing, but straight to Molly Penfold out at long on. And that's a disappointing wicket for the Brave. Wallen has to go for 10, and the Brave 44 for 4.
Marina Lamplow comes in with this run chase just heading south a little bit now. No issues in terms of runs per over, but 4 wickets at this stage, not good. She'll start with one, and that may have come off the gob. Yes, it has, says the ump. That's out. Oh, no. No, I don't know about that. There is some pretty average sort of cricket going on at the moment.
Well, I don't think Lamplow's very happy with that decision. Goes straight to the innovation. First ball, the reverse sweep, gets down. Sort of copped a bit of bicep. Was it glove on the way through? Yes, says the umpire. Back-to-back wickets for Bella Armstrong. I think, unfortunately, Marina Lamplow's got a stiff one there. But she has to go. First ball for 0. Now the Brave and the Mire now 44 for 5.
Well, you know what this means. Hat-trick ball, and Holly Top is the one that needs to keep it out. What sort of inventive shot will she try to the hat-trick ball?
Now this is where the old-fashioned fields come into play, and you bring in the slip and the gully and the short leg. Matty Green more focused on the game at hand. Long on, long off up, though.
Well, right on the money and treated with some orthodoxy.
Well, it's an interesting series of events, Rick, because you just said that run rate wasn't a problem, but wickets were. Gets immediately on the reverse sweep. There was a short third man in play. I don't think she's hit it, but she's standing there and asking the question, can I review this and what's going on? No is the answer, and Holly Top has to refocus as she walks out.
I don't think I want that as I'm coming out to bat. I can understand Lamplow and the disappointment. Can't get it through. Just one, though. 45 for 5 after 8. Yeah, like I totally understand. You're always frustrated when you get given it. I think that might have hit on the forearm, above the wrist and glove, but it wasn't the shot to be playing. Regardless, it was not the shot to be playing first ball in that situation. So, you know, you bring the bad luck upon yourself a little bit here. But you need to also be aware there's no DRS. So you just got to walk off, unfortunately.
Well, if the Hearts end up getting up today, you'll look back on the brave innings and sort of think what went wrong. And I think that first over from Armstrong, 2 wickets for 3, 2 wickets and 2 balls. 42 for 3 has turned into 45 for 5.
And all I can think is with some of the cricket shots that have been played in a situation they don't need to is that the Brave are thinking, you know, at 1 point behind on the table, there's only a couple of games to go. That win, yeah, we need to win, but also, you know, bonus point could make a lot of difference. Get the job done, get the win, get the 4 points straight up, first of all. And then as you get maybe closer to being able to get on with it, with almost the game, you know, in hand, then maybe think about it.
Yeah, I agree. They didn't have the foundation set that the win was guaranteed, that they can then go for the bonus point, it's fair to say. Bear in mind, they just pick up the 4 points today. They go up to 3rd on the table anyway. Well and truly in the mix for that top 3 finish. Now all of a sudden, their lower middle order has been exposed. More than half the innings left to bat. And it just looks like Matty Green's going to bring herself into slip now after those 2 player misses from Holly Top. Again, Penfold generating that extra bounce, bringing that 3rd man fielder into play, Brealing last over probably 3 or 4 times. Outside edge, with the areas that she's bowling, and on this wicket, well and truly on the table.
Oh, how wide was this? Oh.
That's a real carrot, isn't it, from Penfold? Bring the slip into play, throw out the wide half volley. See if the big booming cover drive comes into play.
Oh, puts it down. Put a hand out. It was coming quickly. Not a bad effort. Needed a stick. It didn't.
Yeah, this is a good effort from Penfold. Top backing away again, trying to free the arms. Good length and getting back across to it. With one hand, that's a very difficult opportunity. Saved runs, it's fair to say.
It's a sort of one, isn't it, that you never really, as a bowler, know whether it's coming quickly or slowly. What's it doing? You just don't seem to get the time to get that perception. Oh no! Oh no! Was this foxing from the runner? Because if it was brilliant. It's going to lead to a bonus couple of runs here, as the fielder thought they might have had a chance of a throw, and they overthrow everything, the stumps and the fielder backing up.
Yeah, I just think there's been a little bit of untidy cricket here, particularly this over. Situational awareness, ever important in these low run chases. I think Molly Penfold with slip coming into play, possibly got a bit greedy, leaking it wide in that second ball, and then Armstrong there, maybe a bit greedy, looking for the run out with no one backing up.
Good cut shot. Probably only get 1 for it though. A nice execution.
We heard from Matty Green before that at times defensive fields and bowling can generate attacking options and opportunities for wickets, and I think already you see a couple of dot balls to top. She's already looking to back away the leg stump, free her arms a little bit, bring in those risky shots. Hearts just need to stick to their guns here. Understand what's generated success so far and don't stray off it. Make the batter hit you off your length. Make them change you what you want to do.
Nine gone, 50 for 5.
That's exactly it there from Molly Penfold. Great finish. This was the exact delivery that got her 2 dots at the top of the over. Go back to the well, go back to the wheelhouse. It's a very difficult ball to hit for 4. There's not enough width, there's not enough length. Again, if a batter's going to hit you off your length, make them earn it. Well, this is going to be a good game. 50 for 5 off 9. Required run rate's crept up to 6. Blue sky in the background's great to see. The next few overs are going to be a little game of cat and mouse here. Pace from one end, spin from the other. Again, just a runner ball required, but the wickets in hand, that's the key number so far.
Oh, I like the thinking from Patel, because that player on the 45 is up in the circle, and there's enough bounce in this pitch off the slower bowlers to get underneath it and get it away down there. So it was good thinking, just didn't quite get it.
Yeah, I think if you're going to use innovation, play to the side that puts the chips in your hand. Off-spin bowler, theoretically bringing the ball back into the right-hander, get outside off and look to leverage the leg side field up in the ring.
See, this is fine. This is 5 runs from the overs so far off 3. Not an unnecessary amount of risk being taken. Top edge, can't get it over this time. Wanted that sweep shot. She's really annoyed with herself. Just needed to hit it better than that.
Yeah, Patel getting fully down on one knee this time. Hands coming through nice and low, but Armstrong gets that extra bounce. Game brings the top edge into play. Look at that, that's the flat sweep. The flat top edge, and Armstrong puts a decent amount of work on the ball. Easy catch for Illing at short fine leg. Patel has to go for 5. Brave now, 55 for 6. Carolaga Philly makes her way out to the middle with her side in a bit of trouble. Her best of 40 would be very, very handy today. It's fair to say, Rig, that there's been some safer options and some more sensible options that could have been taken by this Brave batting lineup.
That 40 was a decent chunk of runs out of 149 total. It's a powerful player, though. I don't think they need power right now, though. They need that sensible play. Placement. I can understand what Nancy Patel was trying to do there. And she was very frustrated with the result. I don't think that the thinking was bad, but it's just the execution wasn't good enough. Tee and gone, 57 for 6.
5.88 is the required run rate from here. Next 8 overs for the Brave to pick up their 4 points. It's fair to say they need to get a partnership going. Wickets through this innings have been falling with regularity. 3rd, 4th, 7th, 8th and 10th over. Key difference has really been the partnership of Izzy Gaze and Brooke Halliday. Had some good time together through the middle of the innings, and Brave just haven't had that so far.
Looking for room, but I don't think that's the option either when you've got a deep point out there. That's the only place that ball has been hit, unless it's edged. But if it's edged, you've got a 3rd man as well. I think a better option is to maybe go towards it, go to the offside and try to get it through on the onside. You've got mid-wicket, who is very tight as well, in close.
Here's that deep backward point coming into play. Yeah, we've seen that hard length going over off stump, beating the bat on numerous occasions from Ollie Penfold. To see her running in, hitting the crease with energy, hitting the wicket with pace, generating that extra bounce. And that's probably as well as Holly Top can hit that through there and place well as well. But again, just the one on offer.
Nicely bowled. Wide block hole. Hard to put that anywhere.
Just looks like this Hearts bowling lineup's had a plan. It's been evident from the get-go that they want to bowl full, bring the stumps into play, ask the batters to hit strong shots back past them.
And again, this is a good piece of bowling, that, from Penfold, who's decided that Angafili has some power. So he's trying to hit the block hole, not allowing it to get underneath the ball.
Oh, it's also, please replace divots and pitch marks. Big old chunk taken out of the swing there.
Well, the umpire Brown's gone the whole way down. Picked it up, walked the whole way down, placed it back right in front of the batter.
He's on the January step challenge. Oh. It's been a good spell from Penfold. Execution's been good, crafty, clever. Change of pace there. 2 full Yorkers and then just the back of a length slower ball. I think in past seasons, Rig, probably she's erred a little bit wide and her control hasn't been as sharp as it is this season, but she's really dialed it in this year. Execution's been excellent.
Boy, edge and gone. That's some good stuff, that, from Penfold, and she's been rewarded here. She's worked it out all right, bowled to a plan, and it has paid off. Great stuff on the big fast bowler from the Hearts.
Yeah, this is a well-deserved wicket for Penfold. Plugged away, top of off, consistently and religiously. Gets a thick edge of Agafili, and Izzy Gaze does the rest. That's a well-deserved wicket for Molly Penfold, and the Brave fall further in the mire here. Agafili has to go for 1, and the Brave are 58 for 7.
Struggle streak for the Brave. Hearts have done very well. 7 wickets down into the bowlers, the Brave, in a major way. Armstrong, 3 for 10 from her 2 so far. Brave would have turned at the halfway point, thinking, we've done a bloody good job. Restricting Auckland to 103. At the moment, though, 104 looks a long way away.
Good ball, good ball.
Katie Knight can hit. There's no doubt about that. She can find the boundary, but this is going to have to be a controlled innings from her, alongside Holly Top.
Does she have that? I really like... I think she's someone who will make her way up in the batting order in time.
Yeah, looks a dedicated cricketer, for sure. Kaylee Knight.
At the moment, she's proven herself to be a very good striker of the ball. Lower down. Here's an opportunity to prove you got a little bit more than that. They really batted themselves into a corner here, the Brave.
Dotting them up big time here, Bella Armstrong. That's 4 in a row, just the one from this over. It's not getting any easier from a Brave point of view here. This has been a revelatory spell from Bella Armstrong. Batted down the ground for 1. Kaylee Knight off the mark and will keep the strike. 60 for 7. It's not the number of runs required here from a Brave point of view, it's the number of wickets in hand. Just the 5 bowlers used too. From a Hearts point of view, no need for Matty Green's spin today, no need for Brooke Halliday's wrong footers. Penfolds look good, 2 for 13. Gives it plenty of flight, ducks in, and it's a miss. And it's going to be overthrows as well. No backing up. That is a sleep from a Hearts point of view.
Oh, that annoys fast bowlers. That annoys any bowler. It annoys a commentator as well. This was a really good piece of bowling. It was the right thing to do, was to have a go at the stumps. There was no thinking from those that needed to be better on the other side of the park.
Five off the first ball. Molly Penfold. Bringing mid-wicket up here. It's a chance over the top again.
It's what you call a shovel, isn't it? It was just big enough a shovel.
Important runs, that is for sure. Got her! All the pace off Molly Penfold, gives her a send-off to boot. She is fired up.
Yeah, she liked this. Why not? It's really clever stuff. Going past the outside edge and then going on pace Yorkers, and then went with the slow one, and a really good slow one too. Gee, that's good. I think that's the elation of when a plan comes together as it was exactly thought. Holly Top out for 10, 67 for 8.
Ball's right arm over the wicket. 3 to come.
Penfold's got 3, looking for 4. Digs this one in. They'll take a single. Bowden straight away off the mark. Gee, this is a terrific ball. Out the front of the hand. Penfold knows it. Some stink eye as well. That's cover point. Lauren Down has a dive.
It's a good slow ball she's got because it's got some real loop on it. Yeah, oh, getting the old send-off. Oh, it's bad enough you're out.
Nah, it's great. Fantastic.
I mean, you're already getting stuck into yourself. And
shows you care.
And then the bowler gives you a little extra. Oh, you used to hate that.
Past the outside edge again. Molly Penfold gets through 4, 3 for 22. It's 69 for 8.
Yeah, I mean, it's a gentleman's game, isn't it? And I think when someone's out, you just allow them to walk off with dignity. That's how I played the game, Scotty.
You don't really want me to rebut that, do you? Run a straw poll of cricketers who feel that the same way. Yeah, get in there. Happy. To be honest, probably frustration that the first ball went for 4 overthrows. It's just delayed frustration. I don't think Holly Top was the intended victim.
No, I think it was also, I think, you know, the real elation around that wicket was the series of balls before, which was so good as well. Yeah, so yes, you slow a ball as a plan, but it's not a plan in isolation. And when you've delivered a series of deliveries leading up to that moment, it's tremendously satisfying.
You must have given someone a send-off.
Do I look like the person who would give someone a send-off?
Yeah, you do, actually. Not only do you look like the person who would give them a send-off, you look like the person who then write their name in a grudge book and keep it forever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'll do.
That's nicely played. Giving herself the room.
Yeah, nicely done. It is an area where they can pick up boundaries. And there has been the odd effort that just hasn't worked out, but this is good. Really good. The leverage and the length was there. To tell you the truth, Sumo, when it came to send-offs, I sort of realised it was time to go when I stopped giving people send-offs.
Why did you stop?
Well, and you started feeling sorry for people, and I realised it was then that I'd lost my competitive edge.
Oh, you developed empathy.
Yeah. There's no place for empathy in the game of cricket.
Nothing a half-hour cold shower wouldn't fix. Yep. Wash it off you, end the day's play. It's 76 for 8. Few intersections there on the worm lines. Braves worm trending upwards, 28 from 24. 2 wickets in hand, Josie Penfold. Arcing up again from the Sandringham end. That's a wide. Past Penfold. Scamper through for the single. Gaze had to do some work behind the stumps, or at least adjacent to them.
Yeah, I think Green was having a shy at the and having a look at the non-strikers end. And Gaze actually realised that no one had got up on that other side, so he's got across well.
Shot of the aces there. Tell you what. That is a shot. Straight down the grounds. Sky Bowden gets in on the boundary hunt here. 22 from 22 required.
You know, I tell you what, it's. I don't think anyone really realises just how close the Brave are here. It feels like a desperate situation, but I think they're a lot closer than you think. And both these players out here are proving that they can bat a little bit too.
Speaking of batting, Colin Munro suiting up for the Aces this afternoon. Colin Munro and Marty Guptill. It's not 2026, it's 2016. We've gone back in time.
You sort of forget about those players who are still playing, still doing really well in other competitions. And it's so good that they want to come back and actually play in New Zealand.
Absolutely awesome. You think about the legacy that someone like Marty Guptill leaves in the game and leaves for the Silver Fern, but it's the fact of how he turns up to play for his club, how he turns up to play for his association, for the Aces. It's all of the time he gives this game well outside the spotlight. I admire him for that. Edge over the top. That's going to run away for 4-2. Important runs these. Josie Penfold can't believe it.
Wow. I think this is game on now. Knight, who was superb with the ball earlier on and has improved, and in this season as well, has shown that she can bat. Once again in this inning, she is showing that, and she's. This is a little bit of luck here, but she was trying to go through the offside. The fielder's up there. Wasn't exactly where she wanted to hit it, but it was okay.
Got to look for straight hole here. Josie Penfold's got to be up. It is Fuller, but not quite on line with the stumps. That's the end of the over. There are 3 remaining. They need 17.
If these two are there, they win the game. Yeah, I like this. Matty Green is going to take responsibility. She hasn't had a fantastic game. Got out for not many, didn't play a particularly good shot, and then she dropped a bit of a simple one early on. And this game, which looked like she had in hand, is now, it has slipped, but it is getting tight, and she has decided it's time for the skipper to stand up.
Given she's on now, could she also bowl the last? They can do it in singles. The Brave need to know that. They need to get together and just say, we need singles from here. That's all we need.
Yeah, it just feels like it's a prime opportunity, isn't it? But you should see the gloves come out onto the ground and a message.
There's one there. This is very good batting. Kaylee Knight getting a job done here too. Your player to watch today, Rig.
Because it was a late start, we didn't actually get an opportunity to see who my players to watch were, so I could just say anyone, couldn't I? Just pick the best 2 performers.
Yeah. Just brought mid on up to Matty Green for that reason.
Dots. Dots to these players out there, lower order players that will build pressure faster than they will a top order player.
Gotta go, and they do.
Yeah, and this is where you need to be awake to it also. So often at this stage of an innings, you're hanging back in the circle, but you've got to stop singles. If they're able to take a risk and get it over the top for 4, good on the batters. They're, you know, with all due respect, they're lower order players. Get in tight. If you're on 1, get in tight.
Oh, Green's going to push the drives back here. Interesting move. 2 deliveries to come in the over. Straight back.
It's good over. It's good over coming on a crucial point. So first over of the game.
Oh, it's gone after it. Should just be the one though. And it is. Brooke Halliday patrolling in the deep. That's the end of the Matty Green over. There are 2 remaining, 13 runs required.
Good over for the Hearts, but not the end of the world for the Brave. They will need a boundary somewhere here, I think, if they're going to win this game. Who you got? You got Hucker. You got Penfold has 2 as Josie Penfold.
That is the card, but I think it's Brooke Halliday who has been given the commission here.
Yeah, in a tight situation, always go for a wrong footer. Always go on the wrong footer. If you wonder what I'm talking about, all will become apparent very soon. But, you know, really experienced players. 2 of the most experienced in this camp now have ball in hand. I don't know if... Oh, yeah. Will Green back herself to bowl the final over with the 6 required?
Well, I think she has to. You recall here, we were here just a couple of weeks ago, and Matty Green and Brooke Halliday had a rock, paper, scissors. There's a chance here. 1 bounce, just the 1.
Easy, nice.
Whoa, it wasn't great, but it probably was bowling to your field with someone out at deep square leg. I don't know, maybe you go, if they need 6 or 7, perhaps go to the quick Josie Penfold, see if she can get some past the bat.
Oh, yucky. That is not the delivery Brooke Halliday wanted there. That's a wide. That's some relief for the Brave. 11 from here. Good keeping from Izzy Gaze.
Yeah, that has saved them plenty. And there is some real appreciation from the former wicketkeeper in our commentary box as well.
Back-to-back wides. Nerves everywhere here.
That's 3 from 1.
Got to be on the stumps. Field is spread far and wide on the leg side. Up close on the off. Halliday should be able to field this with her own bowling. There's no run there. So she gets back in the fight.
She's thinking she can knock them over, but, you know, 1's is good enough. And what's the easiest ball to hit for 1 into the onside? It's a straight ball, isn't it?
her a point. Well, she does.
You don't need to do that. Just keep knocking it. Back yourself to get 5 off the final over. Surely you'd back yourself to get 5 off the final over, wouldn't you?
There's still 3 deliveries to go here. Got 9 balls for 9 runs. It's a fairly basic accounting that. Oh, I gotta go. Gotta go. Went to the wrong end.
There never was one there. And it was an easy one in the end.
Got to be up on the toes here, the Hearts. Short again, just the one. One ball left, 7 runs required. 1 ball on this over, that is. Still 1 over to come. Oh, it's got to be green, doesn't it?
This will feel like one of the longest overs of her life here, Brooke Halliday.
It's up, here's the chance, and taken! Brooke Halliday gets a wicket. Matty Green takes the catch. That's the end of Kaylee Knight. What a twist in the tail.
Well, maybe she backed herself with the power to be able to go over mid-off. She hits that for 4, it's pretty much game over. It's a hard shot to hit from the crease, to go over that mid-off when there's a little bit of hold and bounce in the wicket, and then all she can do is lob it to mid-off. It's a pretty good effort. 18 from 19, 97 for 9.
Seven runs, 6 balls. Who's it going to be? Is Matty Green going to back herself here? I think she is.
Oh, I might have gone to the tail ender. Although the important thing is you got Bowden is on strike. Really important. Maybe to the tail ender out there, I might have gone with a quicker bowler.
Yeah, I think Josie Penfold's last over may have just put her out of the running. It was just a tad erratic. Went for a couple of boundaries. Marama Downs, the new batter. She's here because Kaylee Knight tried to hit one. It was back of a length. No power in the shot. Last over. That's going to be the first run required. It's only 1 there.
I'll tell you what, this season there's been so many points shared through no result, rained out games. It'll kill me to see points shared in a tie.
We've already seen 1 this season. Volts and the Brave involved in a tie at Mount Maunganui earlier in the year. Oh, it's a good delivery, but once again, it's enough for a single.
I know the situation. You don't want it to go behind you because a 2 or a 3 could kill you, but you can't allow just gift singles. You can't do that. 1 run out, it's all over.
1 wicket away, 5 runs away. Driven down the ground, that's going to be 1 more.
He's got tie written all over it, hasn't it?
Oh, I don't know if I can. 100 up for the Brave. It's immaterial, really. 4 from 3. Dot ball here.
A tie doesn't really help the Brave either because they'll remain 1 point behind the Hearts.
Mid-off, just outside the circle. Penfold still at long on. Goes for it. Over the top. That brought her up. That's going to do it. Boundary to win the game. Armstrong had been brought up inside the circle, and that's exactly where Marama Downs went. Brilliant shot to win it. The Brave take the chocolates here at Eden Park.
Well, Isn't that fantastic from the Brave, who at no point in that run chase looked like they had it in control, looked like they had their noses in front until the last 4 overs. And all of a sudden, somehow, with next to no wickets in hand, they were able to get up and draw some sort of parity. And then the tail enders got them home, and that's as good a shot as been played all game by anyone, batter or bowler.
Valuable points for the Brave. It'll see them jump up to 3rd spot on the table with 1 game remaining for both of these sides. They go past Auckland, leapfrog them on the table. Oh, they did it the hard way, but they've done it. 9 down with 2 balls remaining. There is the card. Couple of starts, but not too much by way of genuine contributions. Gurry top scoring with 19. Bowden and Knight, the partnership for the 9th wicket. Outstanding. Knight was the last to go. And they put on 30 between them, and that 30 runs really was the difference.
I thought Knight was brilliant throughout that whole game because she bowled very well as well, turning into quite the all-rounder for that Brave side. For a long time they had it right. You look in the middle there, Molly Penfold bowling really, really well this year. 3 for 22, did all she could, and Armstrong 3 for 19, an effort as well. I thought Green had brought herself on at the end, might have been able to do the job, bowled a good first over, but just was taken in that final one. Maybe she'll rue the decision not to bring Penfold, Josie Penfold, back for that final over, who bowled 2 for 19.
So there's the match situation. The Hearts led by Izzy Gaze with 51 from 44, her 2nd half century for the Hearts. Halliday wasn't a sparkling innings, but she finished not out on 25. Kaylee Knight 2 for 21, and Knight scoring 18 valuable runs in the chase. Let's go down to see who our KFC player of the match is. Here's Hornet.
So I look at you, or the camera?
Thanks very much, Sumo. We've got Kaylee Knight, the KFC player of the match, down on the sideline with us. And Kaylee, firstly, how are the emotions after that one?
Pretty high, I'd say. I was pretty gutted when I came off the field, but so proud of the tail for wagging there, yeah.
2 for 21 with the ball, green surface to have a look at. What was the thought process?
Just same old, you know, we try and keep it nice and simple, keep the stumps in play. I struggled a bit early on, but got lucky there with a couple wickets.
A few short ones in that last over from you as well, seemed to be effective.
Yeah, you know, try something different. Not everyone can bowl one, so chuck it in there and hope for the best.
And at the halfway stage, how'd you feel about 103?
We were pretty confident, yeah, going into our batting innings. I think we did well to restrict them. Marama bowled well at the end there, unlucky to pick up a couple herself.
And an important knock for you of 18. How were conditions out there with the blade?
I was a bit nervous, to say the least, but that's a position you sort of dream to be in, and, you know, it's nice to get the girls over the line or contribute to it. I think Sky did really well too.
Awesome. Congrats on the win today, Kaylee, and all the best for the last game of the season.
Sweet. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, speaks so well, doesn't she, Kelly Knight, summing up the game, summing up her contributions to it. Here is the points table. Brave now in 3rd spot behind the Hinds. Hinds in action next in Napier on Saturday. They will take on the Sparks, who now, with 1 game remaining, will find themselves out of the final series. That'll do from Eden Park for the women's game. Been great to have your company today. We're going to join you again for the Aces against the Brave at 4:15.
This summer's Super Smash Cricket Series was bowled, smashed and caught by your screen thanks to KFC.
Coming in hot, this summer's Super Smash Cricket Series is proudly delivered to you by KFC.
Kia ora everybody, haere mai ki Tamaki Makoto. Welcome to the Kennards Hire Community Oval and the Wet and Forget coin toss. Today it is the Brave taking on the Aces. It's a top of the table clash too in Super Smash 25-26. We've got the two captains, Rob O'Donnell, Sean Salia and Sue Morris, our match referee. Over to you, gentlemen. Sean, probably good to be home again, mate, and you're going to have a bowl today. Can you just tell us why?
Yeah, obviously there's been a bit of bad weather the last few days, so pitch has been undercover. So yeah, look to have a bowl first.
Tell us about where you guys find yourselves mentally at the moment, so knowing that you're fully in contention for that top spot.
Yeah, you know we've been riding pretty well this season. We've got a few changes today, and a bit of chop and changing, but you know we got to put a performance out.
A bit of Back to the Future vibes about the team today, mate?
Yeah, pretty cool to welcome back Colin Munro after a few years. So I got some experience there, so looking forward to it.
Any other changes to the team, Sean?
4 in total, myself, Colin Munro, Cam Fletcher's back, and also Adian.
All right, have a great day out. Thanks, mate. Good to see you. Robbie, nice to see the sun shining, mate, in your old neck of the woods too. And it would have been frustrating, I'm sure, that abandonment against CD, so a chance to get back out there and show the world what you're about.
Yes, unfortunately been a bit of rain about the country, and some people find themselves in some tricky situations at the moment, so